City has brought me to quite a few Persian people. I know quite a few, and these are real Persian people. These are not mullahs that the country's been flooded with currently. So it goes back to, regarding Iran, it goes back to Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. Doesn't matter how I pronounce it, that was the guy, that was the king in the 60s, okay, who ruled. And he was a very good guy. And funny enough, he was born on the 16th of September, exactly same day as my mom. So he was a Virgo. And he ruled until 1979, the goat year, and who was again overthrown by a local revolution, similarly to all the rest of the Middle Eastern countries like Yemen. And until those times, Iran was not a radical Muslim country as it is now. Because just look at it now. It's not the same. The nation is filled with Pakistani type mullahs, nothing like it was in earlier days. I have nothing against Pakistani personally, but I have a couple of neighbors who have even warned me about their own people, and who claim that they're very easily purchased, basically, these kind of people. Because when money comes to game, or in the situation, then morals and beliefs are thrown to the side, and they'll do whatever is necessary to bring it through. That is the Pakistani sort of radical, this mullah mentality, business, very business minded. They're very good with, organizing material transactions. And anyways, back to Iran. The current situation in Iran, out of the 82 million people, remember, statistics globally are totally wrong. It's for the depopulation purposes. But 90% are Shia. So a majority of the country is Shia religion, and it's Islamic. And that really sort of picked up after the rule of Shah Pahlavi, who was a very generous man. He gave hundreds of millions of pounds to UK to build roads, hospitals. Many buildings are built with that money that Shah Pahlavi gave. And that money was given like as a friendly gesture, but he did not just donate it, he gave it as a loan. And at some point when they wanted the money back, then the receiver, UK, became very anxious. And who's UK? It's the Kabbalah, it's the mothership. And they came up with a plan that in order to alkalize the debt, they are going to make the guy ill. He became ill overnight suddenly and died. What a surprise. He got cancer and he died very suddenly, if you read his case. And obviously it was a deliberate action. It was a bioweapon to get rid of the guy. And magically, with that death, all the debt was wiped out. But there have been court cases as well the last decade where they have tried to get the money back, but nothing has happened because the court case is happening in UK and the judge ruled for UK's favor. And everyone from Shah's admin side who was a threat was eliminated, and his poor wife had to even escape to France and was totally targeted and harassed, the poor woman. So her life was ruined, and her husband was a very good guy. He was a mystic. He was a historian. He wasn't the radical Islam religion mullah that everybody else is nowadays there. And that is just a brief introductory to explain to you what has been going on with Iran. Because if he gave money to UK, obviously it went to US as well. And that's why he was not a very popular guy. Okay, focusing on Iran. So Soleimani, yes, again, back to Trump. Soleimani. Who was Soleimani? He was a mastermind a military mastermind. And he was hired by them because of this, because he was a very clever man. They say he was very charismatic. Bollocks. He was a military guy. He had a criminal mind. And he was working for the Kabbalah to keep everybody preoccupied. And Iran has a special deal with Iraq and a special hold over them. So Soleimani was preoccupied in Iraq. And why do they hate Trump so much? Because he's trying to bring back the troops from everywhere. The troops have been in Iraq 19 years, in Afghanistan 17 years, in UK 75 years, in Germany 85 years. So basically Soleimani was hired by the Kabbalah to keep everybody preoccupied and shit stir at Iraq. To shit stir, to make sure that they cannot pull their troops out. And he was planning attacks, so they had to obviously kill the guy. And to label him as some sort of a saint who was actually a sniveling little coward working for the military industrial complex, i.e. the shadow group that does not want the wars to ever end. Because if the war ends, what are they going to do then? Business will end. They need to keep the wars coming, okay? That is why Trump is hated, because he is trying to bring back the troops. So basically, that is the point, okay? Soleimani was cooking up some shit, and he is an utter gobshite, and it's very good they got rid of him. Even if you look at him, and even if you look at the funeral, it's just vile. There is an army of mullahs crying over a total coward. He was nothing like Gaddafi, who was flourishing his country, nation with primary water and own agriculture, let alone the other plans of forming a centralized banking system for Africa to save his people. Soleimani does not fall under that category. Believe me, just look at his background. Not a good guy at all. Not a good man. Not a righteous man. A very bad person. And he was a genius, a military genius, and that's why they hired him. He was the guy for the job. They got rid of him. Happy days. I'm very happy. And one of the things that I wanted to say regarding Iran and the nuclear deal was it was going to utilize the location how to strike against Russia. And the previous admin was preparing for that, and that's why they wanted this nuclear weaponry there, because it's a very convenient location to aim at Russia and to strike, fully strike. But that plan has failed, and all the billions of dollars of cash that was transported to Iran to set it up, that has failed, and the Kabbalah is even further more upset, because the Kabbalah was trying to pay Iran for the location to strike, because they wanted to purchase Iran. As I said, the Shia are probably easier to purchase nowadays compared to the old days where they produced all of their own things, and they really were not liked because of that reason. There's too many variables here. In the old days, Iran was good, but not these days, where their location is key to strike and with the actual mass destruction weapon. Hello, my name is Sandra Geroy. The light is very bright here. We have to put it like that. Sepsis, 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 sepsis. La 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 la.